lights are out and we're away, and immediately we've got a pug down start. We're immediately getting snagged by the guys on the right. I believe that's Craig Bardi who had a look up our inside. We had Andy Walsh on our right side, as you can see. There he goes round the outside, and it's been contact at the front of the field and round the back of us as well. But we're actually going to have a drag race across the line with Adam Fogg, I think it is Andy Fogg, there we go. But as you can see, side by side with Andy Fogg here, and this looks like it's going to be a fantastic battle. Gives us the room. We're going to try and look around his outside. We're going round his outside. Can we get the move done? And he's still holding it round the outside. And we're going to go down his inside, and we take second place from Andy Fogg. But moving on to the end of lap 3, as you can see, he brakes early, goes for the inside line. We do the switchback, and we take the lead of the Adelaide 500. And now it's a couple of corners to go. We've got Shane Van Gisbergen in front. Can we get the lead on the last corner of the last lap of the race? We're going up his inside, and we've managed to take the lead. However, Shane is going to come back at us, but it's not enough, and we're going to win at Adelaide, the first race of the season, including a pit stop. Surprisingly, the AI didn't do it. Hey guys, I'm Viper. Welcome back to a brand new video. More specifically, welcome back to the Scott McLaughlin Career Mode. And as you can see, we're at Symmons Plains Raceway, located in Tasmania. As you see from the circuit in the bottom right, it's quite a straight circuit compared to Adelaide, so expect to see quite a lot of slipstreaming. Quick spoiler alert, there isn't that much good racing. I'm only kidding, there is. Yeah, this obviously it's famous for having slipstream racing. Obviously with the V8 supercars, or super tours in this case, there's quite a bit of eventful things that happen in this race, as you'll see later on. But first of all, let's jump straight into practice. Now, like I said, practice is not much to go off, but you'll notice straight away, and as you can already instantly tell from on screen now, we have a new HUD in play, and this HUD is actually the V8 Supercars HUD, believe it or not. I'm not sure which year. It could be the 2014-15 year, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you guys know what year it is, because I'm kind of baffled, to be honest. It looks a lot better than the F1 HUD, I reckon. What do you guys think? Again, let me know down in the comment section below. It looks more realistic, but as you can see, the actual corners, like I say, it feels more like the track itself has a similar feeling to Monza. Now, obviously we're in practice at the moment, but like I said, it feels similar to Monza. What I mean is it feels like you're going, it's probably taking a 95% acceleration or 85-90% acceleration by the looks of it. Because let's be honest, it's quite a straight and similar circuit. I see you're going to come across the line to do a 52.136, which wasn't bad. But I accidentally skipped to the next session instead of the end, as you'll see in a minute. But at the moment it's us from Dominic, Sturry from Angus Fogg, Shane Van Gisbergen's in 4th, I believe Craig Bardi in 5th, I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I accidentally skipped, but as you can see, Craig Bardi ends up going 3rd, and yeah, I accidentally skipped to qualifying by accident, so whoops, I'm sorry about that. Anyhow, jumping into qualifying, we're going to start our first lap. I actually did more than one lap on this track, mainly because I feel like I didn't go quick enough the first time. This was the first lap that I did, and it was okay. I didn't get the corners right properly. But as you can see, going up through the gears, into 4th, into 5th, and up into 6th gear now, 140 near enough to touch 145 miles an hour. Down the gears into 1st gear, sharp left hand turn here, and then obviously back on the gas again to go up through the gears, 2nd, into 3rd, into 4th, and up eventually into 5th, and obviously of course into 6th. We see that's Shane Van Gisbergen in front of us, and I think he's only just started his qualifying lap, or he's on a qualifying lap, I'm not sure. But I know for a fact that I think he's actually first to set a lap, as we'll see across the line now, and yes he does, 52.6, and we go across the line into a 52.584. However, later on that session we actually go a bit quicker, and we end up doing a 51.841, which is actually the quickest lap of the session, and that lap was enough to put us, I believe, on P1. As you see at the end of qualifying, it's ourselves from Simon Evans from Dominic Sturry, he did pretty well to get up in 3rd, Shane Van Gisbergen in 4th, Ash Waltz 5th, Tim Hedgell 6th, Simon McLaughlin 7th, Angus Fogg 8th, Craig Bardi 9th, Andre Heimgartner 10th, John McIntyre 11th, Daniel Gaunt in 12th, so not a too great qualifying for him. Richard Moore 13th, Andy Booth in 14th, Greg Murphy in 15th, and to round out in 16th place is Paul Manuel. But that's all from qualifying. Hopefully the race is going to be pretty good, and let's move on to the race. Okay, so it's race time here at the Tasmanian circuit, at Symmons Plains Raceway more specifically. And lights are out and we're away, and we're already off to a pretty decent start. Got a defend from Simon Evans in second place, so we're going to turn 1. Who's going to get the lead? It looks like it's going to be us leading into turn 1. And we're already pulling away significantly, 7.5 tenths, near enough 8 tenths ahead of Simon Evans, although it looks like there's going to be a couple of bits of looks like there's a bit of a battle going on behind. I can't really see too well. Going into the left-hander there, Simon Evans closes up. The AI does actually close up a bit on us on that corner in particular. As you can see, he's closed the gap down to only 0.6 of a second. I was actually getting a bit worried that the AI would give me a run for my money, at which point they actually are at the moment. As you can see, topping out 153 miles an hour, I think that was. And going down into the gears, you see he closes up a bit as well here, but going across the line, that's how quick a lap is at this raceway, and going across the line to complete lap 1. And as you see, Simon is going to try and challenge us, but no, he backs out of it and thinks again. But a pretty decent start, I reckon. But let's just take a quick look at the replay. I actually use the spectator cam for this, so I apologise if my camera work's not too great. Yeah, I apologise about that. But as you can see in a minute when the lights go green, there we go, and the cars are off, and you see a bit of smoke, but that's obviously from ourselves. The AI don't really have too much smoke. As you can see there, Simon Evans and Surrey and the rest, they're all going across, not doing too bad. Of course, that's pretty much to be explanatory, but if you look at the back there's actually a couple of battles. If you look in the background, quite a couple of battles. I think we lock up a little bit. No, we don't, not too bad. But yeah, keeping our nerve, it would seem, and holding our nerve, not too bad. As you can see though, a lot of the cars hit the wall at the far end. I've no idea why, but the AI seem to do that quite a bit. You'll probably notice a bit later on as well that the AI hit the walls as well. I was quite surprised myself, but I didn't really think the AI could do that. I didn't think the AI would be that daft to actually hit walls, but obviously they are, and they did obviously hit the wall. So AC coming across the line to complete the end of the lap, and as you can see, that this is where I mean with Simon Evans. He does look up our inside, but he does end up backing out of it. So unfortunately not able to capitalise on that closing up that he did, but literally not much happened after that. Ended up pulling the gap out. As you can see, the gap's 7.3, 7.4 seconds, and on lap 12 we come in for our one and only pit stop. If you put the speed limiter on, and I actually got done during practice for speeding in the pit lane, so I didn't want to do it this time, so I had to really slow down. I actually messed with the fuel a slight bit coming into the pit lane. I thought because I actually have the fuel usage on ×5, I've upped everything with the AI, including the fuel and the tyres as well, so it just speed this bit up as well. As you can see, we were dropping right down the order and back into 16th place, so not great really. But we know for a fact that the AI will pit this time. It's not like they won't pit like last time, because obviously last time they did pit, of course. So this will be interesting as we turn the speed limiter off and we get up to speed. You see a bit of oversteer there, but I think that's because the tyres were cold. But not too bad, and we're off onto our way once again. But as you can see, going on to lap 16, on to lap 17, there's a lot of cars in the pits, and that's us moving up to P9. Simon Evans is actually in the pits as well, so the guy who's in second place in the pits. But as you can see, going on the next lap, and they've all pitted once again. Obviously we retain the lead of the race, and apart from that, like I said, not much really happened. However, you'll notice this now. This is what was really fascinating. Lap 21, lap 22 going on to lap 23, you'll notice something really bizarre happened, and you'll be able to see from this camera shot too. If you notice the front right tyre, watch what happens. See it deflate? Yeah, we had a deflated tyre. On the last lap, it ended up being the battle between ourselves and Simon Evans. I actually ended up doing slow lap times come the last 2-3 laps. So it was everything to play for on the final lap. And as you can see, we're on the final lap, and the gap's only 4 seconds. Bear in mind, the last lap I'd done a lap time about 5 seconds slower than Simon Evans. So So it's everything to play for now as we go into the corner, and because we have the puncher, we're still going, we're valiantly charging on. Simon Evans is not giving up. He's not got a puncher or anything like that, so he's able to catch us. As you see, the gap's down to 2.8 seconds. Because of the puncher as well, you're not able to open up the car all the way, so it's kind of worrying as well. And as you can see, the gap, it's closing, he's closing the gap. Obviously we've got the puncher, he's really gaining. Coming around the last few corners now. Who will win here at the Tasmanian Raceway circuit? And it will be Scott McLaughlin from Symmons Evans to win the Symmons Plains Raceway race for this season, which is very valiant effort. I actually thought I was going to run out of fuel as well. Tyres wasn't my main concern, but fuel was in the end. But the fuel ended up being alright in the end. And it was a pretty interesting end to the race, I thought. I was nervous, very nervous. I can see ourselves, Scott McLaughlin, won from Symmons Evans by 0.4 of a second. Then 15 seconds back, that's how far they were. Ash Waltz finished in 3rd, Shane Van Gissenberg 4th, Tim Edgell in 5th, Simon McLaren 6th, Angus Fogg 7th, Andy Booth 8th, Andre Heimgartner moving up from 10th to 9th in the race. John McIntyre ended up finishing down in 10th with the last point. Greg Murphy finished in 11th. Daniel Gaunt in 12th. Pon Manuel actually finished, I believe that's about 31 seconds behind, so not too great on his part. He still not scored any points yet. 14th was Craig Bard in the PSR Racing West car. 15th was Richard Moore in the M3 race, and he was 37 seconds behind. And to top it off was Dominic Sturry. As you see on screen now, there's actually a table which I've created. I actually put a lot of time into it. That actually shows all the standings that will obviously be updated every single race. As you see, ourselves leading the championship by 20 points from Shane Van Gisbergen in 2nd, Ash Waltz in 3rd, Simon McLaren in 4th, Simon Evans in 5th, so getting himself up to 5th, and obviously Andy Booth in 6th with Dominic Hollison in 7th. But this is what I wanted to show you. What I meant by racing before was that there was actually a couple of battles. Whilst not much happened at the front of the field with myself and Simon Evans, there was actually a couple of battles similar to the one that you can see on screen now. It's a shame that I wasn't involved in any battles like this because, well, obviously we had quite a few, didn't we, in the first race. But hopefully, I'm actually going to turn up the aggression even more. I actually put the aggression up to 45% last time and everything else. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens come the next race. I can't remember when the next race is. I'll probably list it in the description somewhere where the next race will be. But we've done quite well today, you can see there. I think that's Scott McLaughlin, Andre Heimgartner, and Daniel Gaunt as well with Craig Bard as well. But look at that, a mix of battles galore really. But anyway, that's been race 2 of the Scott McLaughlin Career Mode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. I'm sure to subscribe if you know already. And until next time, I've been Viper Race, and you guys have been awesome watching. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Ta-ra!